Let's talk Tanya for the 27th of Tishrei. In yesterday's Tanya, the Alter Rebbe explained how everything comes from Hashem and everything is being recreated at every single moment by Hashem, and very specifically by Hashem's words, by Hashem's speech. Now, in Kabbalah, Hashem's speech is also known as the Shekhinah, and also identified with the last of the attributes of Hashem, which is Malchus, which is royalty. And the reason for these two is Shekhinah means that which rests or that which dwells. As you know, there are many different energies that emanate from God. And the energy that enters the world, so to say, on the terms of the world, on creation's terms, in order to create it and to give it its definition and its significance and its existence, is the Shekhinah, because that is the level of God that comes down, so to say, it's drawn down and dwells amongst us. This is also associated with Malchus, the attribute of royalty, because a concept that we've explored in the past, Ein Melech B'lo Am, there is no such thing as a king who doesn't have a nation, who doesn't have subjects, and it is God's attribute of royalty that creates the subjects because it has a need for subjects in order to be a king. However, Malchus exists on many different levels. So we have the Shekhinah and the Malchus, or God's words, on different levels. So you have, in the world of godliness, in the world of Atzilus, there you have Malchus, and there you have God's words. And on that level is created the highest of neshamas, the highest of souls, the souls of the greatest tzaddikim. What we call neshamas de Atzilus, the neshamas that are on the level of the world of Atzilus, such as Moshe Rabbeinu, our forefathers. And these souls, they were so high and so great and so godly to the extent that we say Shechina medaber mituch grenam, which means that God literally, they were prophetic to the point that God spoke through their throats, through their mouths, which means that they had zero ego and zero identity to the point they were completely transparent to the divine, and God was able to speak through them. There was no blockage. There was nothing to impede the flow of God's words through them. That is Malchus of the world of Atzilus. Then we have Malchus of the next worlds, the worlds of Bria and the worlds of Yetzirah. These are created spiritual worlds, and they create, again, the Malchus, the words of God, which is in these worlds, they create the respective angels and souls that inhabit or that are on the level of those worlds. And then we have Malchus of the lowest spiritual world, which is the world of Asiya, the world of action. And that is the Malchus that creates our world, every part of our world, even down to the lowest levels of our world, the doimim, the inanimate in our world. Now, while that would seem to be the lowest that God's words come down, they come into the Malchus of the world of Atzilus, and then Bria, Yetzirah, and Asiya. But actually, we'll find out in tomorrow's Tanya that in Chutz La'aretz, in the diaspora outside of the land of Israel, God's words descend even lower. Where is that? To where do God's words descend in the diaspora? We'll find out in tomorrow's Let's Talk Tanya.